I feel like we're at the stage where if you are in a relationship that you just have to be armed. Because I have done too many cases dealing with domestic violence that lead to murder, and being all in like being serious, people with kids. It's like I feel like you just have to have something. You have to have a weapon just for protection because you never know. Now, if you know your partner has a temper, now we're talking about another story. Safety is key. If you're not going to leave that person, at least arm yourself safely. I'm talking about weapons, tasers. If you have a license to carry, it's good to have, because the people who are always angry, the men, and I'm just talking about, women too, but I'm talking about in this case, they always have guns. And sometimes the women don't even know they have guns until something happens. It's really scary. But the one thing I don't like are child killers. People who can take the life of their own child are just disgusting people. And the fact that you have a kid who tried to protect his mom dead because of his dad, that is something you just wouldn't wish on anybody. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We're getting right into this one. I don't like child killers, and these cases are always the hardest to talk about. This one is so dark because you have a dad who took the life of his son. We're talking about a son who was murdered, shot in the head, 4 years old. A woman, the mother, who was shot in the head, she survived. And a 1-year-old daughter who was shot in the shoulder, she survived. All by the hands of the dad who tried to kill himself. It didn't work. Where did it go wrong? This is so insane. You have him shooting the son point blank in the head after, mind you, listen to this, after he asked his father to leave the room because him and the mom were arguing. So you have this little kid like telling him, can you leave? Like, I never seen like a 4-year-old say that. That's so sad. He's aware. That's the thing. He's aware of what's going on. He probably seen them argue so many times. He asked him to leave. The dad shoot him right in the head. Disgusting. It's so heartbreaking. And the mom was shot in the head. She survived to tell this story. Like, the fact that she can even remember it all is insane. She remembered everything that happened. She told the story. But you have this man who tried to kill himself after all of this. Now, I did my research, and everything I want to talk about happened in here. Domestic violence, there's been many incidents of it with this firearm stuff that didn't go anywhere when she tried to report it, and it didn't really go anywhere. And that's why I don't understand the system, because they don't protect women who are dealing with domestic violence. Yes, women do it too. I'm talking about in this case, so don't be trying to come up to me in the comments talking about, well, what about women who kill men and beat them? I'm talking about this case, okay? Because it's so much going on. But you have women who are not protected enough in here. She had a restraining order that didn't go anywhere. So I'm like, okay. So at one point, this woman's just trying to keep her family together. She knew he had a temper. And that's what's scary. And, we all talk about it, why women can't leave. And I'm going to stop saying that, y'all, because a lot of women cannot. You got stuff like this where you don't know what he'll do. He'll find you if he want. You got a lot of people. And knowing that he tried to kill himself, oh, he would 100%, if she would have left, he would have probably found her. He was crazy. I don't understand how it goes that far. You're going to beat this woman till she's nothing and, make her feel like she's nothing and useless. And then you're going to kill yourself because of what? You're scared, or because if they can't have anybody, you don't want to be here. I don't understand that. But just to be taken out by your dad, he like shot his whole family. And this little boy was shot in the head, point blank, close range. How horrifying is this? So let's get into it. Wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. Dad shoots 4-year-old son in the head, killing him in front of his mom after the boy asks him to leave the room during an argument. And that is him. That is Mark Jones, the suspect, and Jacoby Jones, the little victim. He is so adorable. Oh my God. A Maryland man is accused of killing his 4-year-old son, shooting him in the head on Christmas Eve, after the boy asked him to leave his mom's bedroom during an argument. The agony and pain I feel sometimes I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy, writes his mother, the mother of the victim. Her name is Promise, I'm pretty sure to say Promise, Marcel, mother of the victim, Jacoby Jones, in the GoFundMe description. Grieving the loss of my son has been the most unbearable thing I have ever dealt with. Mark Jones, 30, allegedly murdered the young boy inside the family's residence during a domestic-related assault, according to Baltimore County Police Department officials. He also shot the mother and her 1-year-old little girl multiple times and attempted to take his own life but survived. On Christmas Eve at 6:30 a.m., myself, my one and only son, and my daughter were shot by the hands of their father. Marcel says on GoFundMe, I was shot in my head and I am fortunate enough to be here to tell the story. So is my 1-year-old daughter who was shot in her shoulder. Unfortunately, my son who was shot in the head did not make it. Speaking to local NBC affiliates, Marcel said Jacoby was excited to open his Christmas gifts before his death. He kept trying to open the presents, but I would tell him, you got to wait till Christmas. Marcel recalled, and he never got to open those presents. So let's hurry up and talk about the plot real quick. We have Christmas Eve. Really sad. Kids are excited for Christmas. Oh my God, it takes a sick individual to do something like this and just to take the life of their own child. Mind you, this is a whole family. We have a together family. I'm not talking about like together mentally. I'm just talking about like not emotionally. They're physically together. You have the daughter, the son, the dad, the mom. This is a family on Christmas Eve. Now, just to have this little boy so happy for Christmas, it's just so sad, man. Like, kids do not deserve this stuff. You do not kill kids. You know, these people who do this are not welcome in society. And I just don't understand how somebody can take the life of a child so gruesomely and just, oh my God. The fact that he tried to kill himself says a lot too. It's like, I don't know, I'm trying to understand this because it's like most of the cases be like, if they're going to kill themselves, they're going to take you with them. It's like they just want you, they want your family to feel the pain of you not being here. And I don't understand that. How did it escalate this far? But if they were having domestic violence issues, 100% this dude was just off his rockers, and this man is angry. And the last thing he needed was a gun. And not knowing his background or what he do, but all I know is that the dude was angry, okay? It's like you're taking the life of your family. Do you not care? Now, he tried to kill himself, and I can't stop thinking about that because why? Because you didn't want to go to prison? Like, oh my God, I'm so happy they were able, like, if they had to save his life or if he didn't, if it just didn't work like that and he was still alive when the police got there, thank you, because now he's gonna have to deal with that. And I hope he get a big charge because you killed a kid. You're disgusting, mind you. You're disgusting. Like, it's crazy how you meet these people and you wouldn't know anything about it, because I'm pretty sure she didn't know he was like this when she met him. Nobody ever is. Everybody seems so perfect when they first meet you, but little did they know it's just other stuff. And then at the same time, it could have escalated that he just kept showing it, because I know somebody who was dating this dude and they moved in short amount of time, and right when they moved in he started beating her. It's crazy. Charging documents obtained by CBS affiliate and local ABC affiliates allege that Jones, who was charged with first-degree murder, attacked his son and family during an argument with Marcel that morning inside of her bedroom. Jacoby Jones allegedly asked his father to leave the room during the fight, prompting him to retrieve a handgun and open fire on him. At approximately 6:35 a.m., officers responded to the unit block of Breslin Court for reporting of a shooting, BCPD officials said in a press release. Once on scene, officers located an adult female along with 2 juveniles suffering from apparent gunshot wounds to the upper body. Medics transported the 3 victims to an area hospital where 1 juvenile was pronounced deceased. Marcel told local news outlets after the shooting that domestic violence was a major problem in her relationship with Mark Jones. Court documents obtained by the WMAR shows that Jones was previously charged with assaulting using a firearm in May 2023. He pleaded guilty to second-degree assault per WMAR and was sentenced to probation before judgment. Oh my God, y'all, I don't understand this stuff. You know, we really have to start like holding these judges and stuff. I want to hold them all accountable, but I know they're like going by the law. But look, you have people that do this and you think they're not going to do it again? If he assaulted her with a firearm, probation, were they living together? Because all he's going to do is just ruin that. And even if she got if he had an ankle thing, all he's going to do is go over there and still try to kill her, no matter what. The dude is crazy. Okay, I don't understand how these dudes be having like this much pent-up anger on a woman. And I saw a video yesterday actually on TikTok, and she was talking about how, your husband hates you, because it was like little things that he do, but they was like that they're always, a lot of men hate their wives. And I'm just like, oh my God, if that's true, that's insane. But I do think it's true with all the stuff I talk about on this damn channel with these like damn cases. Like, it's, oh my God, it's crazy. A lot of men do hate their wives. But if you hate them, you leave. Like, why would you take the life of your family, you piece of crap? It's insane. In January 2023, a temporary restraining order was issued against Mark Jones for domestic violence, according to police, but the charge was dismissed for unknown reasons several days later. Okay. Even if you're, quote, unquote, lonely, or you want to make a family, because some people don't grow up with moms and dads, so they want to give their kid what they didn't have, but it's not worth it. Marcel told the news. I know it's easier said because anybody can say, hey, leave, but you leave when you're ready. But take my story. Now I was forced to leave, basically. I don't have my son. In addition to murder, Mark Jones is charged with 2 counts of attempted first-degree murder, child abuse, and assault. He has been held without bond. I feel so bad for women who live with people like this. Like, can you just imagine? Oh my God. Now, the whole leaving thing, I'm definitely going to stop. It's just so sad when I was looking at some last night, y'all, and I was like, I definitely need to cut that out. I say it a lot, but it's only because this is coming from somebody who's not married. But I see it as like, I'm looking at the crime. I would not want to be in that situation with my kids, but we're all different. I know this, all women are different, so I'm gonna cut that out saying that so much. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna still say it, but I'm not gonna be so blunt about that, because I don't know what people go through. Like she said, when she don't have her son now, she wouldn't wish that on anybody. You want to stay with them for the family to keep them together, but it's not worth it if you're getting beat and assaulted with rifles and having them come back and like belittle you like you're nothing, and just, oh my God. Because I'm over here thinking, yeah, they're a family. They were never a family. I think that's really, we need to say that. This was never a family. A family man would do that. Unfortunately, back in the day they would, and really now they do. Everybody don't do this, but it's a big group of people that like killed their families. It's getting crazy. But normalize like leaving, and normalize taking care of your mental health especially if you're not ready to be with somebody. And I'm saying this because he had anger issues. You could say this without even knowing the dude. The charges that they had before, him being charged with assault, the rifle, she had a restraining order. Like, oh my gosh, she was really trying to get away from him. And it looked like he was not going to let it happen. How did that stuff not go through? Isn't that weird, y'all? When you really think about it, they don't care about these cases that much. And that's why these cases take the longest, to really get something done. They don't care. They take forever. Even when you call for like a domestic incident, because I had to go with my mom to a friend's house who we had to call the cops, and he was still there, and he wouldn't leave, so we had to call the cops. It took them so long to get there. I'm like, anything can happen. Are you serious? Because he had her gun. I think it was somewhere else, but he had her gun. And I'm like, they take so long, and they don't do anything for these cases. But at the same time, you have women, because that woman, she kept going back to him. So I'm like, oh my God, it's only so much you can do for somebody. Okay, seriously, that's so true. It's only so much you could do to help a friend out if they're not gonna like help themselves. It's only so much you can do. We tried, that's all I can say. But it's like, I just don't understand how they don't get prison time for this. Why don't you get prison time for beating your wife? Like, that should be a couple years or something. Like, come on, man. Because these people, they get probation, go right back out and do the same thing. All they're going to do is keep threatening the woman, constantly try to apologize, get back in there, and some women will accept it for some reason. But it's like, because they have kids and they kind of think it's going to change. I'm like, no, if somebody putting a gun to your face, they're never going to change. Oh my God. At that point, you need to get a gun yourself. If you survive that, and I hope every woman do if that ever happens, like, oh my God. Like, if you're still here the next day, and he's, if it's like that, if it's to that point where you're not going to leave and you want to stay for the family, 110% get you a weapon. Because I just feel like that would never be the last time. If somebody ever put their hands on you, that would never be the last time. And also, if they put their hands on you, they've done it before. But y'all, this was sad. That little boy got shot in the head by his dad. The woman, his wife, got shot in the head by her husband. The little girl got shot in the shoulder by her dad. And then he tried to commit suicide, but it didn't work. Now look at him. That's crazy. Just to shoot somebody. And the fact that the little boy was asking him to leave, that little boy was protecting his mom. And he just took it like with no hesitation, took the gun out and just shot him. Can you just, oh my God, not thinking about it is so insane. Oh my God, I would have to have so much therapy, because as the mom, I don't know how she was even able to talk about this, but you know, she wants justice for her son, which she got. He's gone. He's not coming. He's not getting out. But to just do that in front of the mother and for her to witness her son being shot. So you're in shock already from seeing your son being shot. But then he shoots you and then shoots the daughter. Or most likely shot him, then shot the daughter, and then shot her because he wanted her to see it. But then shot himself. That's a tongue twister right there. Oh my God. Y'all, stay safe out there, ladies. I don't even know what to say about this one. She did a lot of things. You know, she tried to report it. Only so much happened. That's why I say you have to arm yourselves. I feel like that's like, especially with these dudes, if you know they got anger issues, arm yourselves to a T. Be careful. Get some mace or something. I don't know. And these are your husbands. Mind you, this is not a good marriage. They had incidents before. This is not even a marriage no more. This is just two people who, well, this is just one person who won't let the girl go. And she's stuck now. Or at the same time, she tried to do something, it wouldn't work. He kept on apologizing. He's back in. Then he killed her son. Could be like that. But just be safe, ladies, you know. And yes, I'm saying ladies because of this case. It happened to women and with men, but we're talking about this case only. Stay safe. I feel so sorry for women who have to go through this, who, you know, have their son taken away just in their face. It's so heartbreaking. I wouldn't wish that on anybody either. Oh my God. That's so horrifying. I wouldn't know what I would do. If I found out he survived after I survived, you know, he's in prison, but I'm coming after somebody. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. I'm coming after somebody. Jeez. Y'all, I wonder if she saw this before they were like together, you know, anger issues, but you wouldn't even notice it. A lot of stuff just go over people's heads. It'd be the small things too, and you just wouldn't know this stuff. That's why we really got to pay attention and really look at people. So on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Once again, these cases make me not want to ever get married, because if I ever saw something like this, me and him gonna be full on boxing, and one of us, if we grab a weapon, it ain't gonna be him. That's all I'm gonna say. So on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay safe, stay aware, stay alert. Oh my God, I can't even say that enough in this case. This was so heartbreaking. That little boy did not deserve this on Christmas Eve. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.